Hi, so here is Poppy Playtime summed up. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go now! In 1930, a guy named Elliot Ludwig founded Playtime Co., which was also the same year his marriage fell apart. That's crazy! But the loss of his love did not stop Ludwig from achieving his dreams and bringing joy to lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of children. He worked night and day to make the place awesome for kids. He even created a place called Playcare, an on-site orphanage for orphans to live. Ludwig believed that all children should feel loved and have comfort. Or so we thought. Because, plot twist, instead of just making fun toys, Ludwig said,
"You know what would be cool? Shoving human souls inside of them things."
Yeah, normal businessman behavior. So boom, enter the experiments. People, willing or not, got turned into living toys. We got Bron the dinosaur, who used to be a dude with lung cancer. Mommy Longlegs? Oh yeah, she was once a nice lady named Marie who just wanted to help kids. But then she got turned into a Stretch Armstrong from deep below. And Catnap? Well, he was an orphan who had an imaginary friend that, surprise, was actually an evil AI. Yeah, we're kind of off to not so good of a start. That brings us to Chapter 1, A Tight Squeeze. Flash forward to years later, and we, a former employee of Playtime Co., get a letter from the toy factory that basically says,
"Hey bestie, everyone vanished, come check it out!"
And we're just here like,
"Okay, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, I'm on my way."
We sneak in, grab a fancy grab pack. It's basically a portal gun if you know what that is. And we start solving all these puzzles until we meet him. Huggy Wuggy. My man is a big, blue, and he built like Slender Man if he ever did CrossFit. And let me just tell you, he pretends to be a statue for a bit, and then boom! The chase sequence. We sprint, we scream, we solve puzzles under all the pressure, and then, in true horror game fashion, we make him trip and fall into the abyss. Rest in peace to Huggy, for now. And that's when we find a creepy doll in a case named Poppy. Naturally, what do? We open it, because obviously that's the best choice. She says,
"You opened my case."
And that's where we immediately regret every decision we just made. Yeah. Now, that brings us to Chapter 2, Flying a Web. Poppy's like,
"Hey, let's get out of here, but before we do, we can also..."
BAM! And kidnapped, just like that, just by Mommy Longlegs, aka Mommy! She's all like,
"Oh, you wanna leave? Play my Squid Game ripoff first."
And we're like,
"Okay, fine."
And so we survive musical chairs, we dodge homicidal mini huggies, we run from a giant centipede pug, abomination, because Playtime Co. clearly had no HR department. Mommy Longlegs gets increasingly more unhinged as we get on. She starts kind of hot and then she's not, and then finally chasing us. No. But joke's on her, because we grind her into a colorful spaghetti. Tragic. Except, oh no, what's that? A giant metal claw scoops up her remains. Yeah, that's the prototype, folks, and he's got plans. Then Poppy tries to help us escape, but psych! She sabotages the train, sending us deeper into the Nightmare Factory. Thanks, Boopy, love that for us. Chapter 3. Welcome to Playcare! It's daycare, but for nightmares. And our tour guide? This random phone that we don't have any idea who it is, where it's from, why it's here, named Ollie. Do we trust him? Absolutely not. Oh yeah, and we can't forget, a sleep paralysis demon named Catnap. He releases toxic red gas that makes you hallucinate your worst fears. Great, love that. 10 out of 10 daycare experience. We run, we solve more puzzles, we hallucinate horrifying things, and we learn that Playtime Co. straight up used these kids as test subjects. That is a big yikes. And meanwhile, the prototype is still lurking like a final boss that refuses to show up early. Finally, we fight Catnap in a hallucination-fueled showdown, and when he fails to kill us, his so-called god, the prototype, straight up impales him with all of his fingies like a bad anime villain, cold-blooded. And we just sit there and watch. We can't do a thing about it. Not that we'd want to do anything. Catnap he kind of a baddie. Not like that though. We go back and we meet up with Poppy and Kissy Missy, which by the way is the only toy that I can fully trust with all of my heart. Ain't nobody telling me otherwise. Kissy Missy is my boy. She technically my girl because she ain't a boy, but W Kissy Missy. But Poppy shows us this VHS tape that is called The Hour of Joy that goes through what the monsters call the Hour of Joy, where basically they all just went nom 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 on all the humans, and it is not a pretty sight to see. And then Poppy's like,
We gotta go down. We gotta go down this lift. Come with me. Let's go. But we can't take Kissy. Kissy's gotta pull the lever.
so Poppy and I go down the elevator, and then what happens? Oh, Kissy gets attacked. She's like, ah. And then we try to go up to save Kissy, and then that's when, boom, black screen, dramatic scream, roll credits. That's when it ended. And that's where we leave off. And that leaves us to chapter 4. Is Kissy Missy okay? Can we trust Ollie? Can we trust Poppy? Who else are we going to meet? Let's find out.